The general public knows that hospice is known for treating critically ill patients. What hospice wanted to do was show that they treat the whole family and not just the patient.
So the hospice commercial tells the story of a hospice nurse following around a patient. The patient passes away. It's then revealed that this person that's been following the patient all along has been the hospice nurse. The message of that video is that these nurses are more than nurses. They're part of your family.
The hospice video is called Seasons for a couple different reasons. First and most obvious is that it takes place over a course of multiple seasons of summer, fall, and winter. And that helps us convey the passing of time. But there's also another type of season that's happening. There's the season of change that's happening in the family.
We had to show all 4 seasons in a single day's shoot. In order to change between the different seasons and the different times of day, we tinted the large bay windows in the living room. What that means is on the exterior of the house, we put up diffusion curtains, and that gave the feeling of it being snowy, along with the set decoration and the costumes. I think that we really portrayed the sense of Christmas. We wanted the Halloween scene to be at nighttime. We were actually shooting that scene in midday. To get that look, we blacked the windows out and we closed the blinds, and they got the sense that it was Halloween.
My job at High Rock is the cinematographer, so camera movement is literally part of my job. That's sort of one of the first things I think about when we have a new project is how is the camera going to move to motivate an emotion, or how is it not going to move to help tell the story? And that was the case for the hospice commercial. I wanted to paint the picture in the beginning sequences using handheld. When the camera's sort of naturally floating and moving through space, it feels very natural. It doesn't feel like there's necessarily a camera there, it feels like you're kind of there. And then it gets to a point where the person that you've been following has passed away. And so in that moment, we move to just locked off shots, so the camera's just not moving. The contrast between, the handheld natural motion, the death, and then the camera not moving, visually it's a stark contrast, so the viewer knows something has changed. You really feel the weight of that death. We shot the hospice commercial on a Blackmagic Ursa Mini Pro 4.6K camera, and I really wanted to use that camera on a commercial shoot because of the crazy dynamic range that camera has, and I knew some of it was going to be outside, some of it was going to be inside, so I wanted to be able to pull the sky back in the highlights while still exposing the shadows. The lenses that we used on the hospice commercial were a set of vintage Zeiss Contax lenses. They just give a really creamy, soft look that feels cinematic and less clean and corporate.
With the hospice video, we knew that the emotion and the bonding of the family was going to be very important to show the family dynamic, show then the emotional moments at the end. So we knew we needed some professional people to be able to pull that off. We hired a casting agent and we worked with him to find the right people for the roles. The hospice video to me is showing a family and making the best of each moment at different points in their lives. Then hospice is there supporting that in each one of those steps.
Hey, you want to go give some candy to Mom? Mm-hmm. Yeah, come on. It's here. What about you, bud? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really like a lot of good candy. Hey, show Mom what you learned.
Thank you.
Hospice of Washington County. We care for the whole family, just like we would care for our very own.